Good afternoon, everyone. Michael, soothing here. Yes, it's afternoon instead of evening. I know I've done videos before about coins, but I have a little project I have to do with the coins, and so I thought I would do maybe a short video just showing you what I have to do. If you have coins that are in coin flips, the little plastic flips like this, I'll show you these little flips. And if they're uncirculated or coins you want to preserve, which these are, Wing to Liberty, or also known as Mercury dimes, silver, what you have to watch out for is that some coin flips have plasticized polyvinyl chloride in them. And what that means is they will eventually start outgassing some weird stuff that will turn the coins green. And we don't want that. And I noticed as I was looking through my coins the other day, I found some dimes where the plastic flip is turning a yellowish green. Bad sign. So here's, by contrast, a clear one that doesn't have that yellowish tint, see? So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to swap these out and put them in some new coin flips that don't have that plasticized PVC. But meanwhile, I'll do a bit of a ramble and show you a couple of new coins that I purchased recently to put in my safe deposit box. And before I take them over there to the safe deposit box, I thought I would show them to you first. I'm just purchasing them now and then for an investment, even though gold and silver are greatly depressed in price right now due to a strong US dollar relative to other currencies and a booming economy with very little inflation. Gold and silver will make a comeback someday, so it's not a great time to invest in bullion, but it's a pretty good time to start accumulating, in my opinion. Just some basic accumulation, so that when economic cycles reverse in 5 or 10 years or whenever, you can profit from these low prices. All right, enough said. I hope you don't hear too much noisy car noise outside today, because I'm at my noisy house today, not at my quiet place on the river. All right, I'll set the camera up so you can see the coins and be right back as we do this little project together. All right, here we are, and this is the package of new coin flips I'm going to use to put the dimes in that are starting to oxidize, or the plastic PVC is starting to do a weird oxidization thing. These are safe for coins, and or so they claim anyway. We'll see what happens in a couple of years. Now I will do a very elegant opening of this using a sharp tool or scissors so that it stays nice and neat. Or maybe I'll just rip it open like this instead. Yeah, that was easier. And we'll pull out a few of these flips They seem to be the kind of material that I know works well. I can tell by the feel. There's flips that are soft plastic, but that's not what we want because the plasticizer is what oxidizes and starts turning coins green. So let's see what we've got here. I think first, before I get into this stuff, I'll show you the new gold coin or two that I've got for long-term holding. This is not a collector coin so much as it is a bullion coin, but it does have collector value also, because it's a first strike modern American buffalo replica, 0.999 fine gold. And the reason I liked this for both bullion gold and investment purposes, there's the Indian on the front. It's modeled after the buffalo nickels that were minted back in the teens and 20s, 30s. I think all the way up into the early 40s. Can't recall now. There's the buffalo on the back. One of the expensive nickel coins that's collectible has a missing buffalo leg. It was a rarity of a certain die that was, flawed. So they're rare. But anyway, the reason I got this as a bullion coin, but also with some collector value, is it grades by PCGS, the best grading service in my view. This has been graded as a perfect coin. That's what MS70 is, right there. That's the highest you can get on the grading scale. It's a flawless coin, and I don't have any other slabbed coins that grade perfectly. So I wanted one just for fun to have a mint state 70 coin, and it's also a first strike. So this in the long run will be worth more than just its gold content, but I paid barely over the gold content level, like a 5% premium. So I got a good deal on that one. Thought I would show you that guy before he goes off to the safe deposit box. I also recently purchased, I haven't even got it out of the bag yet to look at it. This is a true collector gold coin, but because gold is so depressed, they're selling at a big discount right now. This is what's considered the premier beautiful coin in American coinage history, the Augustus St. Gaudens design of Miss Liberty holding the olive branch and the staff. And this was minted in 1922. So it's almost 100 years old, in another 4 years. So you can see that's a very beautiful design. And on the reverse, we have the eagle, so this one is also graded by PCGS as a mint state 63. And I got this also for a very, very low price, not much over the gold content, and so I'm happy with this acquisition. Every now and then I find a bargain, And so I'm not actively investing in gold and silver. I don't have a lot at the moment in my investment portfolio, but I'm in an accumulation mode so that when it goes up in a few years, I already have the coins that I wanted to accumulate now. Let's go through this box and see what needs to be fixed with new vinyl coin flips. By the way, this is just a replica of an Indian penny. You know, those pennies that were minted back before, before 1906. You had the Indian pennies in the late 1800s. And this is just a bullion silver coin that's a replica. It's pure silver. But the reason I'm showing it to you is this is my lucky medallion that I use as my card protector when I play poker. I've had very good success lately. Of the small tournament I play on Fridays and Saturdays, I've won 3 out of the last 4, so I'm quite happy with that. Got an free entry into on points into a bigger tournament coming up in August. But anyway, that's an aside. Let's put that aside. See, this dime, this flip is not oxidizing. For this mercury dime, I can't even read the date because I would need a magnifier. What if I get some glasses and do it like this? If somebody's going to start hammering, I'm going to be very upset. Yeah, I don't have a magnifier with me. But of course, this is the famous Weinman design that was minted from, when was it, 1916 through 1945, I think it was 49. Anyway, let's weed through them. That flip is yellowish. This one is yellowish. I'm going to get out all the ones that are yellowish. It looks like the coins are not damaged yet, even though the PVC is starting to oxidize. There's no green gunk growing on them yet, so we're okay. Oh, here we have a whole packet of them that needs to be replaced with the better flips. I might put 2 dimes in each flip. I still really love this standing Liberty quarter. This one's from 1928, I think. It's another design I really like. Focus, there we go. And this is just an old one, you know, not in pristine condition, but I do have some that are uncirculated someplace. Here's an example of a little bit of toning occurring to this silver bullion coin, the silver American Eagle. You can see a bit of rim toning, a little bit of a coppery sort of color around the rim. That does not diminish the value, and it's not caused by the coin flip. It's normal. Some collectors actually prefer that, to see some of that toning. I think I might have showed you this before, but it's a proof Franklin $50. And This one's a 1963. That's a very nice specimen as a collector coin. It's got a little bit of, just a tiny bit of rim toning. See, the Liberty Bell has even the crack. If you can see it, yeah, there you can see Liberty Bell. And of course, I really like the Morgan dollars. There's something nice about the symmetry of the 1900, you know, like a millennium coin. There's a coin that's 118 years old. More standing liberties. But let's search through and see. These are, as usual, my battery died, so I had to swap it out. Somebody told me my videos are too long, but I always feel like that gives you an opportunity to fall asleep. So I don't know. I want to show you something. On Roosevelt dimes, I have some silver Roosevelt dimes. But there's an interesting little thing about the Roosevelt dime. I'll handle this by the rim since it's uncirculated. Can you see the initials down below the head? The little JS, come on, focus. See the little tiny JS next to the 1954 date. Well, the funny thing is back in the days of paranoia about communism taking over the world, there was a rumor started in America that the JS on the Roosevelt dime stood for Joseph Stalin, and it was put onto the dime by a communist who had worked his way into the mint engraving office. But of course, that conspiracy, like many conspiracy theories, turned out to be false because the JS is the initials of the master engraver designer, John Sinnock. So, yet another great conspiracy theory bites the dust. Okay? They're fun, but, you know, those idiotic conspiracy theories, but most of them are wrong. I got a bullion coin here. I had a couple of these platinum maples, maple leaf from Canada. But when platinum was around 1,800 an ounce, I sold one of them because I thought maybe that was a good price to get. And I kept the other one. And I'm glad I sold at least one because platinum since then has dropped to some horrifically low level, way below even gold's price. I think it's below 900 an ounce. So I made money overall on the platinum because I bought it so long ago, but it hasn't done well recently. Let's see here. What were we going to do? Let's put all this back and do the job that we set out to do instead of talking about coins, which wasn't really the intention of this video, to go deeply into coins. Here's a nicer standing liberty right there. And yeah, I'm not going to get it out of its holder, but it's not degrading. The holder's not degrading it. We've got a bunch of standing liberties in here. All right, so we need to replace, here's a tiny little platinum platinum US coin, little bitty one. That comes in a set. This is a 10th ounce. Anyway, another set of beautiful Franklin half-proof coins. What's the date on these guys? 1961, 1963, when they were still made out of silver. You know, proof coins are much shinier in the field because of the way they're struck. All right, we have to replace all of those. What about this one? Yeah, that's yellowish. Those are okay. These are all okay. So we'll put all these back and we'll work on replacing all of these. If my replacement battery lasts, which it might not, because I only had a little bit of time left on the replacement battery also. I have to charge them both. I'm gonna get these out of the old flips first without touching the coin itself, except by the rim. I will only touch it, by the rim, okay? We'll put the old flips down there. And I washed my hands really good, and this is a clean towel. So this will not degrade the coins. Boy, these flips. I'm glad I noticed this, because eventually it would have ruined the coins, really, if I left them like this in these flips for a couple more years. I don't get the coins out very often to go through the collection, maybe once a year or maybe something like that. Okay, get this out. I almost think I should put these in a roll, but these are really nice mercury dimes, uncirculated, with lots of good cartwheel luster on them. So they really deserve to each have a flip of their own. I hope that wherever you live, whoever's watching, you're not in any of those terrible fires going on in California. We even have some in Oregon, but they're out in the Central Valley or the Cascades, not down here by the coast. It's been very cool and nice here by the coast. In the 60s, maybe low 70s, every day for months. We've had the best and mildest summer I've ever seen here. Not that I've seen very many. I think that's all of them. I'll show you how nice these specimens are. I will hold it just by the rim. Show you the cartwheel luster on it. Yeah, it's really nice. These mercury, come on, focus. Focus, there we go. And then the Fosse's on the reverse. See, I'm just touching the rim now, not anything else. I don't put my finger on the face, the obverse or the reverse of the coin. I will put 2 in each of these flips. You may think you saw me touch that dime, but I didn't, except by the rim. I'll crease it like that, just make a few of these and then put a rubber band on them to kind of keep them all together, I think. Drop one in there. And drop one in there. Like that. I could staple the top of this, but I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Do we have an even number? This flip doesn't want to come open. This one is a little bit rebellious, like some of the children that I've tried to raise. And, oh, this is a really nice specimen. I'm getting into my coin collecting brain mode instead of my let's fix this problem mode. So, but that's okay, right? Everything looks a little bit bluish because it's not nighttime right now. So we're getting some sunlight as well as the light over the table, the dining table light. Uh-oh, that one went in with the reverse on the outside, but that's okay. Okay, so do we have an even number? We do. Wow, look at that. I didn't even plan it, but it's exactly the right number of flips. So we'll drop that in. And we'll put this in like that. Did anybody else watch any of the Tour de France? I'm struck by how obnoxious the crowd is when they all lean in and get in the face of the riders. I know that's the tradition and all, but how can you focus on a top competitive sport when you've got hundreds of mob people waving flags in your face? Some even got knocked off their bike by crowd spectators. But anyway, it was still kind of interesting to see where they go in France. I liked the segment on Carcassonne because I had visited there for work when I was working. Not that town. I visited the town on my break, but big castle there. Castle de Carcassonne. So here we have it. We have now properly protected all of the silver mercury dimes. So they're no longer going to be subjected to the indignity of green goo forming on their surface from the evil polyvinyl plasticized flips that I incorrectly used to put them in years ago. We have now confessed and repented of that mistake. And so we'll put these back in this box, and I will throw all those flips where they belong, into the trash. Here's some flips I can use in the future too, for silver dollars or something. $50, I don't know. Oops, I dropped my rubber band. I will pick it up after I say most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your... Oh, I think I was watching a NASCAR race the other day. Now what I'm supposed to say is, don't ASMR and drive. Just don't. All right, everyone.